Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Jelizerg and C here on Avalon. Yeah, we got another snow map here. We got an excellent match between two incredible players. Man, I'm excited for this. And for some reason we have two observers. I'm not entirely sure why, but whatever. Bottom left quarter of Avalon, we have the orange Zerg player. It is Jelizerg. And in the top left corner of the map, it is the white Protoss player. It is C. Now, C is somebody who can play Terran and Protoss. Jelizerg is obviously more of a Zerg player. I'm sure he can play other races. I just haven't seen him do it. Where did my production tab was missing for a second there? Come back, production tab. We need you for things. So Avalon is the site of that amazing 2v2 that I cast, featuring Zerg Boy. If you're interested in checking that out, let me know, and I'll put it in the description or just respond to your comment directly with a link to it. But, yeah, it's a crazy map. It has a lot of ramps. It has a big, wide-open, kind of glaciary area in the middle, a frozen sea kind of a thing, if you will. We have these sneaky little Zelnaga watchtowers back this way, mineral fields they have to mine through to kill them, and then there's a backdoor entrance to every base that way. But haven't seen that happen yet. In fairness, I've only cast one game on a snow map on my channel, maybe ever. So we're going to try to make this thing as regular as possible. Man, there are not many snow maps on BW replays. And snow maps really didn't make it onto the ladders. The ladder games either here either. The map pools for those. Maps WCG 2008. Is that what this is? Was this a map in WCG 2008? Holy smokes, maybe it was. Anyway, I was kind of hoping this was going to be a 2v2 because there are 4 players involved, but BW Replays made it pretty clear that as he's hiding the drone here for the probe that's pretty much coming in here now. Oh, it gets it down anyway. God, that was still close. That was really close to a takedown. But no, BW Replays made it pretty clear this is a 1v1 between two incredible players here. Very, very excited to get this to. Yeah, ZVP featuring July, who haven't had it on the channel in a while. And C, who's rocking a 350 APM right now just because he can. And he's going 2-gate opening. Going to go for a lot of Zealot pressure here. Recognizing it was not a hatch first play. There are going to be Lings out. And there will be the ability to make Sunkens if you need them. But seriously, 2-gate opening is extremely aggressive. We've seen Bisu beat Zerg players with this straight up. Just flooding Zealots nonstop forever and ever. It really sucks, man. I don't know what they're talking about here. Romarior. What is this language? Canala Natuiche. I can't even make a guess what that is. Kind of Spanish, maybe? Maybe some other Romance language, but you'll have to let me know in the comments. A lot of smart people watch these casts. A lot of people from all over the world here. So 3 Zealots coming on down. It is time for a Sunken. If you see 3 Zealots this early, it is definitely time for a Sunken. So this drone's going to come down here, and when this hatch finishes, I assume this is going to be a creep colony. Do it, waiting for it, and bam, reaction time from July, perfect. Absolutely perfect opening here from him. What do we expect from July, though? He is unfortunately one of those elite players who got busted for match fixing a while ago and permanently banned from competing professionally in StarCraft. It sucks, but it is what it is. Managed to sneak back here, take a third base. It's only minerals, but that's okay. I mean, Zerg would rather have, oh my gosh, would rather have a gas available in the third base, but if it's that easy to take, I mean, don't pass up free minerals, eh? So Sunken is up, Zealots here. Any more Zealots on the way? The Overlord says, no, we're going to go ahead and toss up a Nexus on the other side of the map. Still no gas out of C. Oh my, the Lings, I don't know if they want to engage here. The surround is actually non-existent from these Lings. I don't know if that worked out, but focusing down the wounded Zealots is going to work pretty well for you. Another guy is pretty close to dead if you want to go take him down. But, yeah, still no gas taken. He just recognized the threat of the mass Zealot. You don't need speed to handle Zealots on a defensive end. And especially considering the fact that C hasn't taken its gas either, which is just insane. We'll see how this works out. And, bop, there's your gas taken by the Zerg player at about 4.5 minutes. And the gas taken, same thing, by C simultaneously, just about. Photon cannon coming up in case these Lings decide to go for it, but there's not enough Lings to really go for anything here. We're just droning up if you're July. Maybe he can go for a lair here. Maybe get a Hydralisk Den. There's a lot of options available to him. And the fact that this didn't work for C is not game-ending necessarily. He can still wall off. He can still throw up a couple cannons. He's down 20 to 18 workers, which is bad. You want to be up in workers against a Zerg player this early if you're Protoss, but I think it's okay. I think we're all right. I did some messing with the sound settings the other day, and it feels a little bit loud to me, but if it's overpoweringly loud to you guys, let me know and I'll knock it back down. It's just the sound increments in Brood War are big. So going from like sound increment 2 to sound increment 3 is a lot, or going down from 4 to 3 is a lot. I wish it was more of a slider, right? We could do this with it, but can't do. I mean, this was a game that was programmed in 1998. They did nothing to the sound settings when they remastered it, which is fine. It's their prerogative. I still like it. I still think it looks great. It's my favorite remaster. Not that I played a lot of remasters. I'm actually, quick plug for the Twitch channel, I am playing the Warcraft 3 Remastered campaign out on twitch.tv/Falcon Paladin every week. If you want to come hang out, just give me a follow out there. Get notified when I'm going live. But it's been fun. I understand it's really screwed up the multiplayer for Warcraft 3, and I understand that, and I empathize with it. And I am upset with those players at Blizzard, but as far as the campaign goes, it seems fine. I understand they made a couple changes, but it's not really enough. You know, it's not really enough for me to notice all that much. I've played it once every about 10 years. I played it when it first came out in 2002. And then I played it again in 2012, and I'm playing it now in 2020. So, just enough time to forget things and experience them again. It's nice. Warcraft 3 is one of those timeless games, just like StarCraft is in Brood War. So, Hydras are out, like in the Hydra play, like in the the Lair upgrade, rather, at this point. This feels like some Hydralisk pressure against Zealots. So, you have the range. He's working on the range upgrade. These are hold position Zealots. He got a Zealot kill out of that, which is hilarious. Oh my gosh, they've got speed and the Zealots don't. That's such a bad place to be if you're C. Oh, that poor Zealot. Bye. He got a little stuck, didn't he? He sure did. So he's waiting for range to finish, and he wants to take down these gateways, which, yeah, do that. That sounds like a great idea, Mr. July Zerg. He is tossing down an evolution chamber, getting a macro hatch, which I've started to do in my own games, and macro hatches are great, man. They help a lot. Get a macro hatch. Be like July. But don't be like July in that you're going to match fix. Don't do that. Corsairs out as we expect them to be. There unfortunately are not any Hydras home, so this Overlord is going to die. The Hydras are taking down gateways on the other end, so it's probably more important for them to take down 2 gateways than it is for them to go back home and save this one Overlord, because Hydras are popping out to save the rest of the Overlords, which is all you really need, is to save the rest of the Overlords. But, yeah, we're just going to Hydra push here. It's not even really a push. It's just standing still. He's got a 4th hatchery on the way. I mean, this is bad for C. This is really, really bad for C. What are these drones trying to do? July, what is happening? Just put them to work. Where did you tell them to go? Maybe he rallied them out here and they're freaking out. I don't understand what those drones are doing. That he hasn't noticed yet is kind of freaking me out. Alright, so double gate down. There's a lot of cannons. Those Hydras want nothing to do with that many cannons, so they're going to pull back. Meanwhile, what is C doing to compromise for the fact that he lost 2 gateways? He's making additional gateways. He is not making any more Corsairs at the moment. He's getting Storm to deal with the Hydra play that July is going for, which is extremely smart. Did he figure out that drone problem? He did. He got there, everyone. Don't worry. Yeah, at this point, what's going to come down to is, can July deny bases for C? Because if he can, he's going to win. If he can't, it's going to be a closer game. My professional opinion. Gateway, 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 gateway. See how many gateways we have on 2 bases here? That is how many gateways you can use on 2 bases. Pro tip. Be like C here. Something's attacking something. He killed his own cannon so we could get out. That's what that sound was. Overlord with speed, scouting around. It does see the warping in Robo, recognizes that Storm is done. Based on the fact that there's a Templar Archives, you just kind of have to make that assumption, you know? And it actually takes a while for a Corsair to kill an Overlord if it has speed, just because it has to stop firing to catch up to it. Checks for a base back here. This is really a 2-basing C. To effectively 4-basing July. I don't like this very much. What are these drones doing? Why does he have drones running around? These drones, were they told to come over here and they're trying to take this path, but they're stupid? Kind of feel like that's where we are right now. Hydra making sure there's no sneaky ninja third base is taken, and there aren't. So he's like, all right, man. I mean, it's 197 supply in favor of July Zerg right now. Oh, yeah. Lurker Hydra is so stupid good against Zealots. They decided they don't want to engage here at all. We're going to head down and try to take down this 4th, which they know exists because Corsair scouting. And you know what? There's actually nothing down here to stop that from happening. So these drones could feasibly turn themselves into creeps. I mean, these Zealots are on a suicide mission right now. Where they're going after the hatch, and I think they're going to get the hatch. It's just too much damage output right now on these guys. They've got +1 attack. They're all going to die, but they're also going to get this hatchery no problem. The Hydras have +1 armor, but that doesn't help them kill Zealots faster, it turns out. We did a study on that, actually, in college. I did a research paper on it, and the answer was you can't kill things faster if you have an armor upgrade and no attack upgrades. Who knew? Really love this map vision that July is rolling with right now. Every single, well, not these bases, but a lot of the potential bases here have been scouted. And if you're up against a Protoss player at the 11-12 minute mark, you're doing something right. Can be hard to do if the Protoss player has been messing with you for the first 10 minutes, but not much messing around today, I don't think. I mean, the Zealot attack was okay, but it didn't really slow down July all that much. And it does make me wonder if that was intended to kill July, and it just didn't, and now we're just not quite as comfortable with the mid-game against Zerg. Yeah, he's got a lot of Dragoons, and he's got 1 High Templar, which does have full energy for 2 Storms, but... And then the Hydras jump in, and then there's 1 Storm, and then there's another Storm. And now, there's more High Templar here than that, actually. So yeah, the Storm are making this very possible for C. He's replanting his 4th. Probably might as well just expand up here, if you ask my opinion. He's got the resources for it, and it's going to help him. I mean, there's nothing that C is going to do to walk across the map and kill him right now. There's just not. There's a Hive on the way, so we're a bit far away from Dark Swarm and protecting those lurkers. This kind of reminds me of the Beast. Who was the Protoss? Beast versus Rain game that I cast a little bit ago. And it was the same thing. Like, the Zerg player expanded a million times and out-macroed the crap out of the Protoss, but didn't make anything but Hydras and Lurkers. And, like, spoiler alert, it was hard. It was a really hard game for the Zerg player. I'm not going to tell you who won, but maybe go check out Beast versus Rain for a good illustrative example of what happens when you just out-macro the Protoss player, but you don't get Dark Swarm. Or Defilers in general, right? 110 to 110 supply here. Getting this base back is really nice for July. Got a drone hanging out. Again, workers, you got to tell them to go to work. Sniping that observer would be nice, but the observer's staying away from these overlords quite nicely. Oh, that's a free High Templar if you want it. He doesn't want the free High Templar. He didn't want the free High Templar. Okay, that's a problem. And now these lurkers are unsupported without any Dark Swarm, and they're going to die. Snipe the observer. It's right there. You got this. Observer snipe. Got him. Excellent. All right, so that lurker's going to live at least. Keep stabbing away. More Hydras coming on in here. We are looking at still +1 armor. Still +1 attack for the Protoss. Still no detection. This one lurker is doing kind of a good job right now for July. Another expansion taken up here by C. He did sneak around while all this was happening. He's taking another base, and July is not taking a 5th. I'm worried about this from July. He's got a Hive. He's getting adrenal glands. Did he make a defiler mound? The answer is no, but he is getting a macro hatch. I really feel like defiler mound is the first thing you need to get once that hive is done. If you don't have that against Protoss, you're going to have a bad time. For some reason, we're playing Terran music right now, even though it is a ZVP. I don't know how the music works here, but it's nostalgic anyway. I like this track. It's just chill. Little guitar action, little synth action. Kind of 98 here, early 90s. Man, it makes me want to play the campaign again. I should do that every year, just for tradition. See, C's up 136 to 121 now. And it's just a regular Zealot Dragoon High Templar play. So Adrenal Glands is done. Zerglings are going to be a lot better than they have been. So this is a pretty big, scary Protoss army. Dead Overlord there doesn't supply block C, but he's suddenly down 119 to 148 supply. What is even happening right now? Why isn't he expanding? Yeah, it's a lot of Lings and a lot of Lurkers. Interesting we're going for +1 and +2 melee rather than the missile attack upgrades. I wonder if we're trying to go for Ultras. Could be a Ling Ultra tech switch in store here for July Zerg. I'm just saying. Keep thinking these are drones, but they're not. Yeah, nice storm, by the way. I really feel like C expected there to be an army back here, or a base back here, rather, but there's not. The heck is going on? These Lings have great upgrades, by the way. 2-1 Adrenal versus 1 attack Dragoons. Nope, not going to accomplish much there, friendo. I mean, you can micro all you want, but you're going to get chomped down. Chompity chomp, they say. Chomp chomp. 40 drones. It's only 40 drones here for July. And I don't understand why. I'm trying to figure out why he's not droning more, why he feels like 40 is adequate. If he just made 6 more Lurkers, why isn't he getting ranged attack upgrades? This is so strange. This is a really strange game for your Saturday, everyone. Or, you know, maybe it's Sunday, depending on what part of the world you're in, but I still think it's early enough that it's still Saturday. Maybe you're not watching this on a Saturday, though, huh? Maybe you're watching this on another day entirely because you went back and watched some of my catalog, which, by the way, you should do. If you're finding yourself having a lot of free time during this quarantine event with the coronavirus, check it out. I've got about 3,000 videos posted on my channel. A lot of them are StarCraft 2, but a whole bunch of them are Brood War these days. And there's a Brood War playlist, so you can only see the Brood War games, and there's an Epic playlist, too, where all the epic, incredible matches that I've cast show up. These Lings don't... Bye! So Epic playlist, highly recommended. I've noticed a few of you doing it because you're leaving comments and stuff that I posted like a year and a half or 2 years ago, so that's awesome. Keep that rolling. I just don't see how C doesn't win this game. That's all I'm saying. I'm looking at it. A Defiler mound is finally on the way. Observers not being detected, so these Scourge can't actually hit it. Did that not... Wow, how did that Storm not hit either of those Scourge? That Storm is weird sometimes, you guys. It's really strange. Oh, those High Templar are all dead. Wow, that was 3 or 4 High Templar down just like that. And still no sign of another base here. Still 39 drones, man. We're going to win this game with 39 drones. July has put a self-imposed restriction on himself to not expand past 4 bases and not get more than 40 drones. And I don't understand why. He's doing all right. Ooh, DT's out from C. That's a nice wall of cannons, man. But you know what's really good against cannons is Dark Swarm and Zerglings. It's really good against cannons, and that worries me. The future for this does not seem bright. Oh, nice little dropper lord unload here. Gonna come up that back way and try to take down that base. I kind of actually love that a lot. This middle engagement, one observer goes down, but there are two more where that came from. Nope, no. Hey, a drone's almost gonna expand. You guys, look. Look at that drone almost expanding. Oh, free defiler is not great. Consume's on the way, but he will never consume a thing. These defilers too. July. Get the defilers out of there. They can't. All right. All right. Well, they're toast. All right. I'm not going to lie. I'm having some questions about whether or not this is July Zerg. BW Replays was very clear about this being labeled a July replay. But I'm looking at it. And I'm looking at the current state of the game, and I just don't know. He's had these guys sitting back here for the past 5 minutes now, it feels like. He hasn't expanded to a 5th base at all. He's got 33 drones now. He's losing drones and not replacing them. These are like rookie mistakes, man. Look at these DTs. Just running around, having a great time. 8 kills on that one. Trying to go for a lurker drop up this. Oh, that's a good place for a lurker drop. I enjoy that very much. Oh boy. Do it! But you have to do it though. This is one of the weirder professional PvZ games I've ever cast. Is he letting the setup happen? Burrow, is there detection available there? I don't know, but they got some kills. 9 kills and 2 kills. Then the storms come in and the pickup happens and the Overlord runs for it. He's going to escape too. That's awesome. That's really great. Dude, but these guys, though. They got dropped over here. Real nice. Oh, and they actually killed this temple. And that was it. That's all they knew. That's like literally all they wanted to do. Wait, there wasn't a temple there. Temple's here. Never mind. It's cool. Lurker... Jeez. I don't think there's a place to lurker drop up here without dying, so that's not great. Base. No, but C has got to be confused. It's like, why is there not a 5th base from this guy? What is even happening right now? I'm on 4 bases. He's on 4 bases. That's not good. It's not a good place to be if you're a Zerg player. Alright, so he's got defilers out. He's working on Plague. Obviously, he's got Consume. Has he been consuming? I think he's been consuming. And hey, we got our first Dark Swarm of the day. Alright, alright. Storm, problematic. High Templar dies, however. Oh, are we going? Hey, check this out. We're going. Dark Swarm, blah, 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 blah. Cannons down, Dark Swarm up here. Those cannons die too. Liking this play from July very, very much. Hey, there's that second Dark Swarm. All right. I think these Lings are going after the Nexus. Actually, are they all going after the Nexus? They are, but they're not going to get it. Dark Swarm does not protect buildings from enemy attacks. And actually protects other things against sunken attacks. So, yeah, Dark Swarm not very good in this situation. And this 4th base for July is going to die. Meanwhile, look who hangs on to his 3rd base. No problem at all. And I do not see a scenario in which July wins this game. I mean, sure, he's swarming in some Zerglings and Hydras now to clean this out, but it's a 15-kill Archon that just went down. Just got a Storm available and got some extra kills there before he went down as well. So, all right, his hatchery survives, but he's down to 26 drones. Hey, look who's making more drones. Hey, it's Julizer making more drones. He's down to 26 and decided it's time to continue. I don't know, man. If you're watching this and you're like, hey, this isn't July. I don't know, man. Take it up with BW Replays. I can send you the link to the BW Replays whatever page where it shows this replay, and it is very specifically set up to be July. It's back up to 28 workers, and that's it. Oh my gosh, he's expanding. Holy cannoli, he's expanding, you guys. All right, all right, all right. We're 25 minutes in. He decided maybe he does need a 5th base to take down this Protoss player. And maybe he's like, look, man, C's a Terran player. Why the heck would he... Now I'm questioning. Nice plague, though. Beautiful plague. Yeah, C's a Terran player. I knew that. I mean, the Hydras do have 3-2, which is great upgrades, but at 26 minutes, I feel like it should be 3-3. And this base is going to die. So, again, it almost feels like self-imposed restrictions. It just does. It's a very, very odd PvZ. Not convinced this is enough. It is 3-1-2 upgrades for the Protoss, though, which is actually kind of awesome. Macro Hatch here at the 3rd or 4th is going to go down, and High Templar is just going to... Did I just hear a storm sound and didn't see a storm? Anybody else hear that? I feel like I'm going crazy. So he saves the 4th base again. These DTs are hanging out. Are they going to try to take down this Zelnok again? Just patrolling for some reason. This is a very, 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 very odd game. I'd almost say it's broken, except both players are spending their money like crazy. And the one thing that makes a replay broken is players stop spending their money at all and stop attacking. And you can tell real easy because everyone's sitting on 15,000 minerals for some reason. Hey, 35 drones. He's droning up. Droning up. Let's take down this base again. Dark Swarm. What? Though? I guess no Dark Swarm needed, guys. Turns out Dark Swarm is for losers. And he does take down that 3rd base. Pretty lickety split there with these 3-3 Adrenalings. Another attempt to drop up here with lurkers, but in full range of cannons? What? Why? Why would you... This is such a weird idea. Wow, that Overlord gets through with 7 HP. Archon's in the mix here. We're 29 minutes into this thing, and we're barely a 5-basing Zerg versus a 3-basing Protoss. Again, weird match. Production tabs are empty for both players, which is problematic and concerning. Oh, it's back. We just started making things. Don't worry about it. Again, this replay seems haunted. Yeah, 3-1-3 on the upgrades here for the Protoss. I mean, I don't know that Jelizerg has played a flawless game today or anything, but he's got the Protoss stuck on 3 bases, one of which is mined out, 2 of which are mined out. If he can't get another base here, he's just dead. Nice plague. Is the sound oh, there's an attack over here. Gosh dang it. The white maybe is not showing up as well on the snow. That's my excuse at the moment anyway. 124 to 86 supply in favor of the Zerg player. This might just be a win for July. Again, not that he... Okay, that's bad. Oh my gosh, a drone made it through that whole thing. C is trying to reestablish his base at the 12 o'clock here, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. His only saving grace right now is that it is completely unscouted. This Hydra is really close to seeing it, but he can't. Nice play, catching a bunch of these Zealots, too. And Defiler gets sniped, but the Zealots from the High Templar are all dead, and that Archon goes down. After getting 10, 11 kills. And by down, I mean he's fine. He's got 13 kills. He's going to keep rolling with this. Kacho. Ooh, I can get the date on when this was played, actually. You guys like to ask that. And for most of the replays I have, I can't. But if I got them directly off of BW replays, then I totally can. So I'll put that in the description here for you guys. More weird dronage happening here. This has got to be, hey, drones, go work this base. And the drones are like, what? DTs are going after the Xel'Naga Watch Temple. Wait, Xel'Naga Temple. Oh, yeah, that base is toast. The reason I said Watch Temple is because in StarCraft 2, there's the Xel'Naga Watchtower. And it's very close, and my brain got extremely confused. So as long as he keeps an eye on this base, I think he's got this thing won. It's 122 to 68 total supply. The DTs might be able to make something happen if this Overlord doesn't move over to this side of the map. Or this side of the base. It's just too much. It's just too much Ling Hydra here. Not enough Reavers, not enough Storm, not enough Splash, really. These drones been sitting here forever. Why do I feel like they have been? Another great plague. I mean, these are elite level plagues we're seeing here out of July. This is not some random scrub. I know I'm going to see comments that are like, I can play better than this Zerg player. Look, man, I just don't think you can. Nothing personal. It's just, these are really good plagues. The macro's really good. It might not be like elite, stupid, amazing at this stage, but there could be reasons for that, man. Not everybody's playing at peak performance all the time. Resources lost here are just going to be massive for the Zerg player today. He's just lost so many Lings and Hydras, but he's been producing enough that I don't think it really matters in the long run. Once this base mine's out, there's nothing left for C. All right, when this track ends, I want to know what the next track is. We're going to assume it's another Terran one. Man, a plague right there would be sick. Look how clustered that is. That's pretty clustered, man. I mean, just because a plague got tossed on doesn't mean you're like 6 Lings or getting anything done there. Generally, that's not how that works. Are these drones still doing the patrol? Yes. Are these drones still here? Yes. Oh my gosh, I shamed them into working. And it's minerals, it's not gas. You've got more. I think it might not be a bad idea to go for gas here, to be honest. And jump on that observer. Got it. Jump on that observer. Got it. Jump on that observer. Got it. Nice. Triple observer snipe. Again, this is something that not everybody can do. Then the lurkers are like, hey, let's do this. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, I got stormed. This base is life for C right now. If it can come up, if he could transfer some probes over, he's going to have a good time. If it doesn't come up, he's just might tap out. Just might be done with it. Doing this without detection when there are so many lurkers out sucks. I mean, he can afford more observers, but he's going to start running out of that income really, really fast. Double Dark Swarm for some reason. And you know what's actually good under Dark Swarm against lurkers is Archons and Zealots. Look how thick that Dark Swarm is. Can barely see it. So it's 128 to 58 total supply here, but there are a good number of Archons present, and they're real scary. But here comes the attack. This is going to be the attempt here. There is an observer. The lurker trying to stab through, not really happening all that much. Pick up the Defiler. You have an Overlord here. It's just too slow is the problem. All right, so Defiler down, and these heroic Archons are still alive. That's pretty much all that is left here. There's a lot of Ling and Hyde. Oh, this is it. This feels like the final swell of Zerg. He just has too much income. And there's one Archon holding the line. And this base is dead, and there's no army to defend it. And that's it. 45-45, says C, which I guess means GG. I don't know. I don't know what that means, to be honest. But good game. Indeed. 37-minute match. I don't... Incredible. Incredible game. Just weird. Just weird all the way. July made tons of mistakes. Didn't expand forever. Has 31 drones at the end of the game. And won anyway. It really came down to denying this base, right? He denied this base. This base never got retaken, which... I guess there weren't many minerals left back there. But anyway, hit that like button just for a weird game. How about? Leave me a comment about how weird it was. And if you don't think it was July, leave a written essay explaining why. And I honestly might be convinced. Weird. Weird, weird. I don't know how else to explain this match, guys. It's confusing. End of the day, their average of APM of 209 for July, 261 for C. 260,000 points for July, and 252,000 for C. So it's pretty close there. And yeah, 900 Zerg units produced. Lost 715 of them. That is ridiculous. But when you make 1,000 and your opponent only makes 300, you can afford to lose 700. The math checks out. End of the day, resources, more for the Zerg player too, just across the board here. And that's going to be all she wrote. So, what? What a match. Just ridiculous. Utterly, utterly ridiculous ZVP. I don't know how else to express this, but strange. Like, just leave a comment that says strange if you agree with me that it's strange. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.